Before I say anything, I just want to show you something. That is called a blood blister. It is when, I believe, when the skin underneath your top layer of skin rips open and then you start bleeding. This is bad. This means I can't train now because it'll either pop and it's excruciatingly painful to grab anything. And funny enough, it's on both hands. His hand just isn't as bad. I'm going to be telling you how to avoid these, and I'm also going to be telling you how to kind of heal them from my understanding with the limited amount of research that I've done. But I think I can give a pretty valid opinion because I've cut up my hands a ton. Like, I have crazy calluses, whatever. Like, my thumbs literally have calluses from grabbing the bar. Every calisthenic athlete has this. If you're just starting out or you're just somebody who's interested in hearing what I have to say, then we will get straight into it. First thing, tips on how to not get them. Don't slide a ton on the bar. A lot of people think that using chalk, using tape, whatever, is actually going to cause this. And using chalk, using tape prevents blisters, but it lets your hand get cut open. Because when it does move, it pulls on the layer that's the most grippy. So that's obviously the top layer of your skin rips open. That's how you get calluses. That's how you get hand peels, all those types of things. This sucks significantly more than ripping a callus, though. This sucks significantly more than ripping off some skin. Because the fact that it's internal, it's going to take much longer to heal, and you just can't cover it. Because it's internal, you put pressure on it, it pops on the inside, you have blood spew all under your skin, very, very painful. This sucks a lot more. Use chalk, use tape, because it increases the amount of friction, stops your hands from moving as much, and if there is movement, it's just going to rip open the skin instead of causing this to happen. What else? Like I said, chalk hurts more, it causes rips, but prevents the blisters. If your hands are conditioned, then you will be fine. So if your hands are used to grabbing the bar, if they're used to rubbing along the bar, all of those types of things, then you will be completely fine to start doing this. But main point is to progressively overload. What does that mean? It's not by adding weight, it's not by adding reps, whatever. Obviously, that is what it means in an exercise sense. But what do I mean here? If you've never used tape before, if you never used chalk, use chalk first. Use not a ton, put a little bit on the bar, put a little bit on your hands. Don't frickin' turn into the snowman here. Start slow, because what I see so many guys do, people that I've coached as well, I've made this mistake for people, to be quite honest. It's fixed now with guys that I coach, but whatever. Things happen, I didn't know. What happens is you start with tape, you start with chalk, your hands aren't used to that. When you grab the bar and you start doing pull-ups or whatever, muscle-ups, all that type of stuff, it is so much friction and your skin is so unconditioned to it that it just rips 90% of the time. Start with a little bit of chalk, start with a little bit on the bar, do a little bit more chalk, a little bit more chalk. Once you get ready, once you get used to it, you can put like as much on your hand as you want. Try and get like a somewhat grippy bar. It doesn't have to be like one of those rubber slidey ones. You know what I'm talking about if you've been in a gym before. They're horrible. Never do pull-ups on those unless that's your only option. Then obviously you kind of have to. But start off slow. Then add tape. Add tape after a couple of weeks of letting your hands be conditioned. Skin takes a long time to get hard and to get kind of prepared for constant work. That's why you see construction workers who have been working for 20 years, who have mittens, who literally their hands feel like leather, is because it takes a very, very long time to get to that level. When you're just starting out, start slow. If you want some of the gay options to prevent cuts, to prevent blisters, all those types of things, maybe not blisters, but cuts for sure, you can get gloves. You can use grips or chalk. You can get like Versa grips. You can get hooks. You can use straps, whatever. Or instead of doing pull-ups, just do a lat pull down and then strap yourself in. A little bit gay, but I mean, if that's the type of thing you're into, then I don't judge. How can you heal these? You're not going to like this advice. You kind of don't. These things you don't want to pop. A lot of people say that you should pop them. You don't, because it can get affected, and what happens is if you pop it, it just fills with more blood and then it takes even longer to heal. What you need to do is you need to wait. What I've seen online is 2 to 5 days for it to go away, and you need to just work around it. When you do your pull-ups, if you have a blister here, for example, grab like around the bar. Your pull-ups are going to be worse. It's not going to be as effective. Think about it as grip training. Think about it as just like, oh, I'm the training my fingers this week or whatever. If you're doing handstand push-ups, try and do them on your hands. If you're doing muscle-ups, just focus on high pull-ups, where instead of pulling over and then putting pressure on it or rotating your hands, just pull as high as you can. You can try and touch your hips, but don't try and go over, because if this pops internally, one, it's going to be one of the most painful experiences you've had in your entire life, unless you've literally like torn something or broken a bone. I've torn things, not very fun. I would say this is more painful. Tearing something is just kind of like, ouchie, that hurts, and then it's excruciating pain much later. This sucks. Then what else? What was I talking about? I got into a rant and then I forgot. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Anyways, but try and work around it. You're going to work around it. Eventually it'll heal. Then you can go back to training. It's going to feel a little bit weird grabbing the bar, but if everything feels good and fine, then you'll be cool. You know, when you hurt something really bad and then it heals, it still kind of feels like it hurts, even though it doesn't. Like your body's scared to commit to whatever you're doing because it's used to that body part hurting. That's going to happen. It is what it is. That's just natural human adaptation. Whatever. What else? That's actually been everything. I have a free community, first link in the description. I have a paid community where we do group calls and courses and all that kind of stuff. Second link, all that kind of stuff. I'm releasing a free training program and protocol for guys going from 0 all the way up to learning their first skills. It's called the Creative Mode Protocol. It is for guys who want to get so strong, so fast, it looks like they're flying over the bar like they're in creative mode. That has been everything. My name has been Brandon. Keep doing the best, doing your best. Trust God. Signing off.